Well, after the Mecca, that was the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. We are now ready for stop number 22 of the series, as we're here today at Watkins Glen International as the third and final road course race of the season, as we are here for today for the running of the Budweiser at the Glen. Around as they are set for 14 laps around this 2.454 mile road course in the middle of the beautiful scenic Finger Lakes region in upstate New York. And not to mention a perfect camping site, I might add, too. Which, if you got a ticket for the race, so every seat is the best seat in the house. And we are here, and you can bet they're going to have a good race here today. On the pole for today's event, it's Cole Deaver in car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. It's his second pole of the season. He also won the pole at Riverside in that race. Alongside of him is Kyle Matthews in car number 42, the Texaco Haviland Dodge. Second row has 24, Charles Sanford, the DuPont Chevrolet. One of his wins came on a road course at Riverside. He also won at Texas this season. He's alongside Jessica Shelton in number 17, the DeWalt Tools Ford. She's a Daytona 500 champion, along also with wins at California, Dover, and also a road course at Sonoma. Third row has number 99, Levi McIntyre, and number 5, Seth Cole, who won at Richmond this season. He almost won the Brickyard 400 last race on the tour, but had to settle for second in that race. Next row, Keith Batson in 88 and number 55, Quentin Moore. Both of them Talladega winners. Keith won the first Talladega race, and Quentin won the second Talladega race. Fourth row has Matt McIntyre in number 10 and number 32, Zachary Fitzwater. Next row down has number 33, Daniel Bouchard, and beside him will be number 18, Nathan Ormond. Next row, Joshua Osborne in number 20 and number 26, Trent Dunham. Next row has the Dillons, Dylan Young in 2 and Poteet in 22. Both of them have won twice this season. Actually, I should say Dylan Poteet's won twice this season. Young's won 3 times this season. Next row, Jesse Turner, number 97, and number 71, Gabby Conklin. Next row down has number 43, Mike Becker, and number 40, Phil Parker. Next row down has Cement Oscon, car number 11. He's alongside number 6, Ryan George, the Pepsi 400 winner at Daytona. Next row down has Cat Batson in 28, and number 48, Paul Minnick. Next row down after that would be car number 19, Ryan Brommer, and number 31, that is James Sykes. Then it's number 15, Allison Rain, the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. She's alongside number 16, John Andrews in the National Guard Ford. Next row is number 25, James Henry, and beside him will be number 38, Laura Chung. Then it's number 12, Zach Winkle, and number 41, Wes McCoy. Next row down has number 45, Christian Vargas, and number 21, that is the car of Roberto Crown Jr. Next row down has number 8, Amanda Evans, and number 29, Ryan Butcher. Then it's number 1, Clint Buchanan, and number 7, Alexander Rowe starting shotgun. Will be number 44, Tino McCoy, and number 4, William Brock, starting dead last in the field. Williams won 3 times this season so far, including the Brickyard 400. He also won at Pocono and Bristol this season, and William coming from way out back in the field. In the field, he had a horrific qualifying run at this race at the Glen, of course. Then, so we'll see how far William can come up. He's probably got a good enough car where he can make his way up from the back to the front, but we'll see if he can do so in the 14 laps that will ensue here today at the Glen. So 40 cars are lined up for the race here, and we're about to get the command to fire the engines for the Budweiser at the Glen.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Command has been given to fire the engines as we get set for racing here today on this 2.45 mile racetrack. As the field rolls off a pit road for the pace up, rolls down the track for the pace up, and ready for the start of the race right after this. Pace car is about to lead the field through turn number 11 on this course here, and making the turn on the pit road. Cole Deaver and Kyle Matthews leads them to the start-finish line. To begin the Budweiser at the Glen, Deaver sits number 10 in the points coming into this race so far. Matthews, a disappointing for him, 20th in the points coming into this race. And both the drivers have yet to win the season here. Green flag flies. The Budweiser at the Glen is underway. Charles Sanford goes inside trying to take the lead. into turn number 1. Does not do so. Cole Deaver jumps out in front. Deaver's best finish of the season was a second. That came at Sonoma, or not at Sonoma, excuse me. That came at Riverside, and the guy who finished second, he finished second too. Is running second right now. Charles Sanford. Third is Matthews. Fourth position right now is a battle between Jessica Shelton and Levi McIntyre. Jess has that fourth position right now, with McIntyre running fifth. Levi, not known as a road racer himself in any offline series, but he has proved himself. He has proved his worth on the road courses here. Batson runs in sixth position, and now battling for seventh is Quentin Moore and Seth Cole. To come off the 11th corner, and Cole Deaver leads the first lap of this race. .55 and the 5 still side by side here, and whoa! Dylan Poteet about got turned by Jesse Turner in a 97 car. Dylan moves it, and Poteet moves to the inside lane, but now Turner goes side by side with the 22 car. Dylan Young in the 2, and Mike Becker in 43 running right there behind. And Young having thought to make it 3 wide there, but backs off as they come down into the inner loop. That's turns 5, 6, 7, and 8. So after that little scare, that everybody's is kind of back into it, and now and they keep on racing. We can jump inside with Jessica Shelton, car number 97. She has one of our 3 in-car cameras. Our leader, Cole Deaver, has her second camera, and her third camera rides inside Dylan Young's car. Closing up to the back bumper of Kyle Matthews going through turn number 1. And Jess has the foot flat for the floor as she goes through the S's there. It's turn 2. Turn 3, which is a blind corner here, because when you don't really know what's ahead until you're right there. Very scary to think. And come up turn number 4 after 170 miles an hour at this point here. See how fast she goes into the inner loop. 188 miles an hour into the inner loop, and she goes into turns 5, 6, 7, and 8 again. Third gear, and she off there at about almost 120 miles an hour. The yellow flag is flown for the first time here today at Watkins Glen. And it's Allison Rain in car number 15 who has crashed, along with Alexander Rowe in the 7 car. Take a look back as the who wins race back to the start finish line. It looks like it's going to be the 3 of Cole Deaver. They'll win the race back to the start finish line. As 3 laps are down and 11 laps remain in this race here. So first caution of the day flies on the 3rd lap, and this incident happened going into turn number 2, and it was Allison Rain along with Weston McCoy and Amanda Evans, the 41 and 8 cars. And let's see who, and Allison gets a little bit loose. Gets right into the 41 of Weston McCoy and bounces right off of Amanda Evans' car. That's teammates right there, the 8 and the 15. Allison goes for a spin right there, and here comes Alexander Rowe, the 7 car, nowhere to go but right in Allison's car. Actually, Alexander probably could have gone to the outside lane, try to avoid Allison if he could. And the 19 of Ryan Brommer, he got a piece of it too. In the 19 machine, a little hood buckle on the Dodge dealer's Dodge. So caution on the number 1 today flies. We'll be back for the restart right after this. Field heading through turn number 10 right now as the pace car's lights are off, and we're about to get set for the green flag. Excuse me, it is Cole Deaver, your leader of the race. Second position is Charles Sanford. Third position is Kyle Matthews. Fourth is Jessica Shelton. Fifth position is Levi McIntyre. 6th is Keith Batson. 7th place right now belonging to Seth Cole. 8th is Matt McIntyre. 9th is Quentin Moore. And Zachary Fitzwater runs in 10th. Green flag flies back underway. Lap number 7. Or lap number 6, excuse me. Still starting to see some side-by-side racing here. Zachary Fitzwater about to get by the 55 car Quentin Moore, and he does so. That's 9th position he just picked up. But here comes the 18, and Nathan Orman goes to the inside lane. Quentin cuts him off a bit through the inner loop. Orman running in 11th. The 12th position is Daniel Bouchard. 13th is Joshua Osborne, as he took position away from Trent Dunham. Dunham drops to 14th. 15th is Poteet. 16th position is Mike Becker. 17th is Dylan Young. 18th is Jesse Turner. 19th is Bill Parker. And Cement Oscon runs in 20th position. And now battle for position about to happen. That's for 5th place there. Keith Batson and Levi McIntyre side by side. And Matt McIntyre, no relation to Levi, moves inside of Seth Culver position now. That's for 7th. And Batson gets by Levi for 5th. And Matt will get by Seth for 6th. Or I thought was going to get by Seth for 7th. But Seth's not giving up in the outside lane through turn number 4. And now it's going to be a drag race between the 10 and the 5 going into the inner loop. Side by side into there. And Seth will pull ahead as Matt had to jump up on the rumble strips to head through that area. And now he and Fitzwater's going head to head for that position. That's for 8th. Quentin Moore, meantime, watching all this from the 10th position is where he's running at right now. Orman and Bouchard both closing up the back of those two cars. And meantime, battle for the lead. Charles Sanford comes to the inside of Cole Deaver. Let's see what happens in the turn number 1. Deaver in the 3, Sanford in the 24. And Charles still on the back bumper of that number 3 car of Cole Deaver. Rear bumper came from Cole Deaver's GM Kenworth Chevrolet. If he's got the flame-colored DuPont SEMA Sanford to the inside lane in the inner loop. Charles comes in. Charles pulls alongside. Let's see what happens going through turn number 9. Charles has an inside lane. Deaver on the outside lane. Here they come off the 9th corner. They're still side by side through that area. And into turn number 10. Here nobody gives in the turn number 10, but looks like Charles is going to have the inside lane to his advantage in the turn number 11. And whoa, he and Cole just about got into each other coming off that corner. Who leads this lap? Deaver by about a bumper. Charles again tries the inside lane. Kyle Matthews trying to shove Deaver back up front, and he does so. But Charles is not giving it. Charles, whoa, what a burst of speed. He takes the lead for the time being, but Cole has the inside lane. Side by side racing at Watkins Glen. Neither driver giving an inch. Matthews trying to shove Deaver. Shelton trying to shove Charles. And Deaver and Charles that time had the rumble strips through the inner loop there, and that lets Cole move back ahead for the lead. But boy, they were side by side for about a lap and a half here. And meantime, Shelton takes start position away from Kyle Matthews, and that's gonna move. And now she moves to the back bumper of Charles's car now. So Cole Deaver trying to hold off 2 of our road course winners this season. Sanford, as we mentioned, won at Riverside, and Shelton the winner at Sonoma. And Deaver trying to become the 3rd different road course race winner in the 3 road races we'll run. We'll still have 3 on the tour next season. And as of right now, we have 1, I think, on the Meliella Racing Series schedule, which will be on the Rivers for 1985 channel, by the way. And William Brock brings out the yellow flag, second one of the day. One of the hot drivers on the tour in the middle part of the season. As we mentioned, won the Brickyard 400, and he's struggling big time. And it looks like some damage on the number 4 Kodak Max Chevrolet. 3-time winner of the season so far, and just not a good weekend at all at Watkins Glen here. Qualified dead last after a spin in qualifying. Comes off turn number 11. Let's see what happens here. And he gets into Amanda Evans in an 8 car. And she just blatantly just dumped William Brock going into that corner right there. And I'm sure William's gonna have some words with Amanda over that one. That looked about near deliberate right there, but I say Williams is fuming under that helmet right now on that inside that yellow Chevrolet. So restart will happen here coming up next right after this. Lights are off on the pace car. We're about to get a green-white checkered restart here at Watkins Glen Raceway. Can Cole Deaver hold off the field for his first victory of the season? None of drivers like Charles Sanford, Jessica Shelton, Kyle Matthews, or Keith Batson may have anything to say about that. Charles is looking for his 3rd victory of the season. Shelton's looking for 5th. Matthews, like Deaver, also looking for his 1st of the season. As they come off turn number 11, green flag is out. 2 laps to go at the Budweiser at the Glen. Charles staying right with Deaver in the turn number 1, but Deaver's got the inside lane. And a battle for 10th happening as Matt McIntyre, I should say, the 18 car of Nathan Orman is gotten by Quentin Moore. Now he gets by Matt McIntyre, tries to get by inside of Fitzwater. Orman trying to pick up what he can in the late laps of this race. But Deaver had pulled off a pretty good restart that time by. He'll see the white flag this time by to complete the 13th lap of this 14-lap race. Coming off corner number 9 here, Sanford and Shelton hooked up. Heading into turn number 10. Back on board with Jessica Shelton. She is trying for 2nd place on Charles Sanford. As they come through turn number 11, the white flag waves for Cole Deaver. He has 1 lap remaining at Watkins Glen. Deaver has never won on any of the road courses in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. That could change here in about less than a lap. As I mentioned, Deaver comes in this race number 10 in the points, though, in the Dale Earnhardt cars, having a decent season so far. Battle for 6 going on between Levi McIntyre, Seth Cole, and Zachary Fitzwater. And Seth has that spot here, but Levi not giving up in the inside lane here. And Seth now moves ahead. Coming off the interloop in the turn number 9. Meantime, Fitzwater trying to get by Levi McIntyre. That's for, I believe it's for 8th position. But meantime, they're heading to the 10th corner up to turn number 11 there. Sanford trying to make one last-ditch effort. Through the 11th corner, he comes to the inside of Deaver off the 11th corner, and Cole Deaver is going to be home free. Cole Deaver gets his first ever win on a road course. He wins the Budweiser at the Glen. Cole Deaver, the number 3 GM Good Ranch Chevrolet, does it again as he gets his first victory of the season. Charles Sanford comes home in 2nd position. 3rd place will go to Jessica Shelton. 4th to Kyle Matthews. 5th to Keith Batson. 6th to Seth Cole. 7th to Levi McIntyre. Zachary Fitzwater 8th. 9th to Nathan Orman. And Matt McIntyre matches his car number, finishing in 10th. Average speed 97.514 miles per hour. But boy, what a battle but it was all day long between the 3 and the 24 cars. Just tremendous racing. 11th place will go to Quentin Moore, 12th to Daniel Bouchard, Joshua Osborne 13th, 14th Dylan Poteet, Trent Dunham 15th, 16th will go to Mike Becker, Dylan Young 17th, 18th Jesse Turner, 19th to Ryan George, 20th to Phil Parker, Cement Oscon 21st, 22nd will go to Gabby Conklin, 22nd, or 23rd I should say, is Paul Minnick, then Kat Batson, James Henry, James Sykes, John Andrews, Laura Chung, Christian Vargas, and Zach Winkle, the top 30. Rest of the order, Wes McCoy, Ryan Butcher, Clint Buchanan, Tina McCoy, Amanda Evans, Ryan Brommer, Alexander Rowe, Allison Rain was the last of the finishers in this race here today. William Brock and Roberto Crown Jr., the only 2 cars out of this race. And Roberto had some kind of a problem, I'm sure, but had counted him as accident. I don't know what happened to him. But anyway, I think he might have had something that happened that caused the first caution to fly, I guess. But a big win for Cole Deaver, his first victory of the season. He becomes the 12th different winner this season. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, which is the main series on this channel. And also be sure to check out our other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline racing. That's channels X8665398588X and Thrash Maniac 99. The channel X8665398588X is the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. That's Dylan Young's channel. And Thrash Maniac 99, which is Levi McIntyre's channel. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to subscribe to those 2 channels for some cool stuff, as well as this channel you're watching at right now, but the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, which is basically NNSCRA Central, pretty much, if you know what I mean. So that will do here today at Watkins Glen. For now, this is James Qualls, in production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We will see you at Michigan for the Champion Spark Plug 400.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?